Poppin' Tea Squad, it's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 12 Episode 8 review. Okay, so we start off tonight's episode with us finally getting to see Cherie Zampino on the show. You know, she is Will Smith's ex-wife and mother to his first son, Trey. Her and Garcelle are good Judies. Finally happy that Garcelle has some backup, somebody of color to be on her side. Thank you, Jesus. She just got back from a trip with her little young tenderoni. She's my tenderoni. And you know, Cherie is just the shit. She's beautiful. She's not afraid to tell it like it is. So I'm super excited to see her on the show. They discussed Garcelle's upcoming birthday party. Garcelle is super excited. Then we go to Kyle's house and Mauricio comes home and she asks him if is he gonna go to Garcelle's party, and he was like he doesn't know or whatever. And so then Diana comes up and Kyle lets Mauricio and her daughter know that in their group text, Diana sent a message saying, I normally don't do this in group text, but doctors put me on bed rest to stop bleeding. This trip and flying and drinking and burning my candle on both ends after losing baby, bleeding for 8 weeks straight after miscarriage and 4 major surgeries that followed on in the last few weeks to save my uterus was not a very intelligent thing to do. I usually wouldn't share this in a group text because it makes me look like a whining bitch, but Garcelle might think I'm rude, so there it is. First of all, what? What in the Shakespeare in the park is she talking about? What in the hell are you talking about? Where did Garcelle might think I'm rude come from? I'm totally confused. Why did we need to know about your uterus? How are you having all these major surgeries in the last few weeks while filming and nobody knew about it? They didn't show it. How would you even be walking around going to events if you've had all these major surgeries in the last few weeks? I thought that the whole thing with her having a miscarriage with the baby was something in the past when she told the story to, I believe it was Kyle, when she said that the baby was like stillborn or whatever the case may be. I thought that was something old, not nothing new or recent. If that's the case, I felt like she shouldn't have did the show. Like, you don't need the money. So I was just confused by it. She thought she read somebody and didn't. Girl, get out of here. Like, I don't like Diana. She comes across very racist to me. From what I saw on social media, the viewers don't like her either. I don't want to see her back. Fuck her. Goodbye, ma'am. Have several. Erika is at her pretty mess hair weave launch photo shoot. I'm like, girl, you got a lot of money to invest in businesses and you ain't got money to pay your taxes and you so broke, but you got money to invest in businesses. Just make it make sense, girl. I don't know if you got a sugar daddy that's giving you the startup money for this stuff, but I hope you selling a lot of bundles, girl, because you owe the tax man. And remember I told y'all, she told the court that she ain't have the money to pay them like the $2 million she owed them in taxes. And I'm like, girl, you better get on the corner. You better get on the corner and have them bundles in your sell them out the trunk, bitch, because the tax man want his money. The weave looked good though, really nice, you know, premium hair, you know, it's cute for, you know, the white girls. Then we go to Dorit's house. Sutton goes to visit her and Dorit's mama is in town, and I was like, okay, now I finally get it, where Dorit gets this weird accent from, because I knew her parents were from some like foreign country or whatever the case may be, but she grew up in Connecticut, but then she has like a London accent. So people were like, where does she get this hodgepodge of accents from? And hearing her mom speak, I was like, oh, that's where she gets it from, her parents and being around PK. So it all made sense to me. So her and Sutton then go outside and sit down, and they're sitting down talking and everything, and Sutton tells her about what Diana did to her on the plane, how Diana told her, you know, to go back and sit where she sat on the plane ride to Mexico, and how that offended her. And she also goes on to say, you know, that text message that she sent coming after my friend Garcelle, we not gonna do that. I don't like that. And I was like, yes, Sutton, you better ride for your motherfucking homegirl, bitch. Yes. And I didn't realize until Sutton said it, that in the text message, when Diana was like, I don't want to seem like I'm a whining bitch, but Garcelle spelled incorrectly. She put that in the text message. What? Like she wanted to let them know that she spelled that lady name wrong on purpose. Like, ooh. Girl, she's so fucking whack, but I rise for Sutton. I'm here now for the Sutton, Cherie, and Garcelle trio. Yes, ma'am, here for it. It's the day of Garcelle's birthday party, and she goes home to find her oldest son, Oliver, there. You know, she's extremely proud of Oliver and all of his triumphs. You know, he had addiction problems in the past, but he has come leaps and bounds. He's working for Lisa Vanderpump now. He has a son, in a strong, committed relationship. And he looked good, too. I was like, hello, Oliver. How you doing? So then we see Sutton and Kyle on FaceTime getting ready for the party. And Sutton tells Kyle that she actually sent Diana a text message to be nice. And I'm like, why, Sutton? See, white people, why is you sending that damn lady a goddamn text message? We don't fuck with her. Fuck her. We don't like her ass. You don't have to try to be nice to this bitch. Why? When you know you don't like her and you know you got issues with her. But anywho, Diana responded back, was like, hey, I'm gonna see you tonight or whatever. She acted like it was all good. We then see everybody arriving to the party. I loved Dorit's little jumpsuit. I loved Erika's ponytail and her little leopard print outfit. Kyle decided to show up on some dominatrix type shit. Like, I ain't never seen Kyle so sexy. She had on like a little bodysuit with a see-through like dress on top of it with the cutouts on a titty part. I was like, come on, Kyle. Shit, you trying to catch something tonight? Like, what's going on? All right, bitch. I loved Kyle's outfit. I ain't never seen her that sexy, honey. So Garcelle and her sons arrive, and Garcelle looks really, really pretty. I would have preferred if her hair was up in a top knot at the top or something instead of long and down with that dress. But the dress overall was really cute. It reminded me of a fluffy cloud. So then the production gets to playing this dun 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 music like Jaws is about to show up, and it ain't nobody but Diana and her toddler boyfriend who think he a part of Maroon 5 or some shit. And I'm like, where the fuck are y'all going? You look like his mama. Like, literally. And so she told me she wanted to come to support Garcelle's birthday so nobody can call her rude. And Garcelle in her confessional was like, I know that there might be a language barrier for her. So I don't know if she mistook the doctor saying she needed to be on bed rest for a bed nap. She was like, but I'm just happy the bitch rallied and she's here. And I'm like, well, we gonna see how far that stretches, because this bitch came to start some shit and you better fucking finish it. Diana and Garcelle speak, and Garcelle thanks her for coming to the party. She was like, I didn't think you was gonna come. She was like, oh yes, I had to come to the port. And she shows Garcelle her gift, and it is a bed of flowers, and in the center of it is a signed copy of the Room 23 book that you cannot find anywhere. She actually got a copy out of her own, personal stock or whatever. And so Garcelle was like, oh my God, this is the elusive book. Oh my God, thank you or whatever. She was like, thank you for coming. I know you, had some health issues or whatever. And I'm like, exactly, because like, you just sent this mass text about you bleeding everywhere and having all these major surgeries, but yet until you came, so couldn't nobody think you were rude? Why would somebody think you're rude and you're going through health issues? Make it make sense, girl. I feel like you was capping and you wanted to just take a dig at Garcelle. I've heard rumors that she has been particularly shady towards Garcelle behind the scenes. She doesn't even acknowledge her. She's rude to her, and that even the other housewives have noticed this. How she basically excludes Garcelle, and they even are starting to side eye her and feel like she might be racist. So then the producers show us the rude comment, and I forgot about it. And it was when Garcelle told Diana that she thought that it was kind of rude the way she shut down the whole Room 23 book conversation when Dorit brought it up. And I'm like, that wasn't even that big of a thing for you to be sitting up here mad about. Like, really, girl? Really? I feel like somebody told her, you been playing the background too long. You need to step it the fuck up. I really feel like a producer put that bug in Diana's ear and she's just trying to use anything to have a moment. And it's like have several. So then Sutton in her confessional go talking about some, I thought that she was like on bed rest, and, but Jesus heals. Jesus does that. Jesus has been known to heal. Love Sutton. I'm like, exactly, because this bitch act like she was dying 2 days ago and now she just at the party minked out and came to the party with a $250,000 motherfucking diamond clasp Birkin, bitch. That's a lot of pussy she been out here selling, because y'all know they say that lady was a goddamn madam. But Kyle was all on her dick about her Birkin or whatever. And then, Cherie finally arrives. I hated Cherie's outfit. I'm like, girl, this was your moment. This was the first time you're meeting the girls. Why did you come dressed like a Navajo princess? Where are you going with this outfit on, girl? I was just like, But, Cherie's a beautiful woman. So Garcelle introduces her to the girls. And she was like, I dated her husband. And they was like, what? And she was like, yeah, she used to be married to Will Smith. And everybody was like, oh, okay. And you could tell by the look on their faces when they first met her, it was on some like, okay, who is this girl? She's pretty. But when Garcelle said that, she was Will Smith's ex-wife, it was like, oh, I'm like, y'all motherfucking hoes so goddamn fake, you fakers. We see Kyle talking to Diana and Sutton comes up and the whole conversation about the plane. And Diana was like, you know what? I just had to, take a breath, take a breather, because, I don't want to be destructive, because I can be very destructive and my bosony inside can come out. And Kyle is just like, yeah, just take your breaths. Just take your breaths. Girl, okay. So then everybody gets on the dance floor. Everybody is dancing and thrusting and acting like they at Studio 54. The housewives are grinding on each other. Garcelle's son is like, Mom, you got some splaining to do, Lucy. What in the hell is these old hoes doing? Garcelle had to cover her son's eyes. Then you see Erika over to the side, slow winding that old raggedy mangy puss of hers, because earlier in the episode, her and Crystal were talking about how fine Oliver was, and she talks about Oliver's her jam, and I'm like, Garcelle, you better watch this bitch. Her old ass gonna try to fuck your son, child, because she was whining that pussy, baby, like, come get it, baby. Then Kyle drunk ass all on the dance floor, busting it wide open, doing splits with a bodysuit and shit on. And Garcelle was like, oh yeah, this drunk bitch had too much. She was setting that pussy out for everybody to see. Then we see Sutton ask Diana, can they talk one-on-one? So they go over to the side, and Sutton was like, how are you? Because I heard you were on bed rest, and Diana was like, well, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. So Sutton was like, but you're on bed rest, but you're here. That's confusing. You're going to have to explain. And Diana was like, so what, do you want me to have a doctor's report? I have to respond to you and tell you what's going on with me? What is your problem, Sutton? So they get to arguing back and forth, child. And Diana was like, you do not want my bosony inside to come out. You want me to butthead you? And I was like, what? You want me to butthead you? You mean headbutt, girl? And who you think you gonna headbutt, bitch? This ain't no goddamn Jean-Claude Van Damme film. Bitch, who the fuck, girl, what you think this is? What? You ain't John Wick. What the fuck? Girl, if you don't get somewhere, sit the fuck down somewhere. So, she gonna tell me you're bordering. I can forgive anything, but I cannot forgive bordering. On the boat, I told you and Garcelle one of my worst memories. And I'm like, fake. And I'm like, how was they fake? They both were like, I'm so sorry to hear that. They both were engaging. They both were thoughtful. And you just came up in your head that they were fake towards you. Like, and how Garcelle get lumped in that? Because at first you only had an issue with Sutton because you felt like Sutton always brings the conversation back around to her when all she was doing was trying to relate to you, considering that how she had lost her father. She was trying to relate to your crazy ass. So Sutton was like, I resonated with that. So don't ever call me fake. And she was like, oh, you are the very fake. I will call you fake. So at this point, Kyle comes over, her drunk ass, and Sutton was like, nope. I don't want that. No, go on Garcelle. I'm going Kyle. No, let me talk to her one-on-one. And Garcelle comes over. She, of course, didn't tell Garcelle to leave. So Garcelle was like, what's going on? And Diana was like, I just told her she was bordering. And Garcelle said, what? And Diana was like, yeah, I'm rude, aren't I, Garcelle? I'm rude. So what is your problem with me? What is your problem? And Garcelle was like, I don't have a problem with you. She was like, yes, you do. You do have a problem with me. So Sutton was like, child, this is the new Diana. You know, the bed rest did you good. I was like, Sutton so fucking shady. I was here for the fucking shade, baby. Yes, Sutton, get that bitch together. Sutton then says, you have to understand, we're all, and Diana says, bacon eating vegetarians. She tried to be a James Bond villain so bad. And Sutton was like, oh, shut up with that. So Garcelle was like, what does that have to do with anything? And Kyle was like, oh, no, that has everything to do with everything, because she feels like that means you're not a genuine person. And Garcelle was like, because she eats bacon. And Garcelle rolled her eyes like, you gotta be fucking kidding me with this bullshit. So then Sutton was like, well, you know, I said I was sorry she was on bed rest, and I genuinely meant that. I really was sorry. Diana says, your sorry is fake. And Garcelle was like, okay, Diana, that was a pretty shitty thing to say. And Diana says, oh, you her bodyguard? I know she's very frail and old. And I was like, no, this lady did not call Sutton frail and old. Bitch, we would have started fighting. Because, bitch, who the fuck you talking to? Bitch, have you seen your before and after? Bitch, you a whole new person, hoe. Over looking like one of the minions at first. Girl, you better get on somewhere talk about somebody's appearance, bitch. You a whole new bitch. Girl, get out of here. So she called that lady old and frail. So then Garcelle was like, you know what? I'm not about to do this with you. Like, you're being rude and you're not about to ruin my birthday party. You can have at it. Like, girl, ain't nobody got time for you and your foolishness. I'm about to go kick it. So Sutton was like, you know what? We're done here. You're an asshole and I've got your number. And Diana was like, yeah, I gave it to you. And Sutton was like, yeah, 867-5309. 867-5309. And I was like, is she really giving out this lady real number? And they showing it on the show. Somebody call and see if that's Diana real number, child. Or was that a song? I don't know. But I was like, what is going on here? So then we switch over to Erika, and she up here whispering in the bartender or somebody in production, somebody at the party. She over here whispering in the man ear time to hook me up like a crackhead. She was like, go ahead and, do what you do. He was like, I mean, what is it that you want me to do? She's like, you've been feeding me all night. I know you got to break the rules, man. Just give me another drink. And he was like, all right. And I'm like, damn, bitch, you that damn drunk? Like, you that much of an alky now? You over here begging for drinks like a crackhead? What the fuck is going on, Erika? This is not a good look. So Garcelle comes back and sits with the girls, and she was like, have y'all realized who isn't here? And they was like, nah. And Garcelle was like, Denise. And Erika was like, I told you she wasn't gonna show up. And I didn't even trip off of it until she brought it up that damn Denise didn't show up or whatever. So Erika drunk ass was like, I told you she not a friend to you. I told you that. And Garcelle was like, you know what? Yep, you right. I'm good. And Erika was like, you better be, because if you don't, if you do, you're a fucking punk ass. And Garcelle was like, well, I'm not no punk ass. She was like, I know you're not. But if you do, you'll be a punk ass. Fuck her. fuck her. And Garcelle was like, calm down. I was just saying, pointing out that the girl wasn't here. And Garcelle in her confessional was like, first of all, she's never told me anything. Like, she ain't never said nothing in regards to Denise. I took it as that's how she felt internally, of course, and what she was thinking in her head. Like, that bitch don't fuck with you for real. But of course, she's never said that to Garcelle, because her and Garcelle ain't even that cool for her to be on some don't trust this bitch, she don't fuck with you type of time. But at the end of the day, Erika ass was fucking drunk. But I do think that was pretty shitty that Denise didn't show up for her, didn't even let her know beforehand or whatever, because Garcelle has been very loyal to her, and like she said, been, sticking up for her and everything. So that was pretty fucked up. Now, I did just see a recent photo of Denise and Garcelle together, so it seems like they were able to patch things up. I really want Denise to come the fuck back. I really honestly do, because I would love to even things out on that side. So we go back to Sutton and Diana and Kyle, and Sutton was like, you know what, I'm just tired of you and your passive aggressive behavior. And she was like, just go back to your texting. And Diana was like, so was that passive aggressive or was it aggressive? And Sutton was like, it was a passive aggressive. So she was like, no, it was aggressive. I'm like, girl, that wasn't no fucking aggressive. You addressed this shit in a group motherfucking text message and did a whole bunch of jibber jabber about pretty much nothing that don't nobody really care about, because it's obvious that you capping and you full of shit. And if you had something to say, why the fuck you didn't say it to Garcelle fucking face? So yeah, that was being very passive aggressive. So Kyle was like, no, but I thought he was being like very boom and direct. And I'm like, go sit down somewhere, Elvira. Like, girl, sit down. So Sutton was like, you know what? You can't respond to a text message that's saying a bunch of wah, wah, wah. Baby, when I tell y'all, Sutton was getting Diana ass together. Diana thought she was really doing something, but it's Sutton and that damn country ass accent and her not giving zero fucks, baby. I love new Sutton. I am just like a huge fan of Sutton now. So Sutton was like, you know what, you're a soulless person. You are really soulless. And Kyle Thompson, no, Sutton, you cannot say that. You cannot say she's a soulless person. That's going too far. Kyle, shut your dick riding ass up. Shut up. So it was okay for her to call her old frail ass lady, but she can't call her a soulless person? Okay, Kyle, shut up. So Diana was like, oh, you need a new villain? Here I am. And I'm like, girl, how long you been practicing that line? Have a seat. Tonight's episode was hilarious. I give it an A. The MVP of tonight's episode by far was Sutton. I go up for Sutton, honey. Garcelle had the liveliest party, and I don't know how long on here. She got the girls out on the dance floor, busting it wide open, dancing, feeding after black men. It was a mess. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen on next week's episode. I was shocked that Dubai wasn't coming on tonight. I didn't even know. So I guess we'll catch up with Dubai next week. But yeah, tonight's episode was lit. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys thought about tonight's episode. If you guys have not copped my puzzle books, I have the Hip Hop Raised Me puzzle book and Luxury Labels puzzle books available at Amazon.com. The links are down below. It's summertime. You need something to carry around in your purse or to travel with. This is the great time to cop you a puzzle book. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.